Hey guys, this is Geoff Ulrich with LionMovement.com, and right now I'm bringing you the Mayakoba Classic betting preview for this week's stop on the PGA Tour. This is actually the last PGA event of 2020, so we got one more betting preview, and then we got to wait all the way till January. But in this video, we're going to go through a little bit of a course preview, so bring you some updates on what's going on, the course, type of course and conditions you should expect this week. We'll discuss the field, which top players are here, and we actually have a couple of top 50 players in the world. We got Justin Thomas and Brooks Koepka, so top 15 players in the world actually. They're going to spice things up a little bit. And we'll throw out some betting picks as well. Some guys I like in the outright betting market. I think there's some interesting names. Long shot or two we can perhaps take advantage of here. Let's get into it. Let's start with a little bit of a course preview. El Chameleon is the course that's being played here. It is an Greg Norman designed course. It's a par 71. It definitely plays short by tour standards. This is a course that can play under 7,000 yards. So again, don't expect a big sort of course that big drivers of the ball are going to have an advantage of here. It's quite the opposite this week. This is a shorter course. Definitely see short game and iron games come into play here more. This also features paspalum greens, which you'll see on tour occasionally, generally at the tropical stops. Used to see these type of greens in Malaysia all the time. They're generally a bit slower on the stimp meter, and generally just means that it's easier for the players to hold the greens here. So just like in Malaysia, we used to see a lot of birdies. You'll see a lot of birdies this week too, if the weather holds up. And right now the weather looks okay. There is a lot of rain in the forecast, so that could spice things up a bit, could lead to some stoppages, but all things considered, it'll probably just soften up the course and make things easier for the players. There's not much wind, which is really the big factor that could, throw a wrench into things. This is a seaside venue. It is on the ocean, so wind can play a factor here, but the wind doesn't look like it's going to get up this week. So what do you need to have success here? Well, you need good sharpness on and around the greens. You need good scoring clubs. You need to have your wedge game in good shape. You need to have your iron game in good shape. And then you need to sink putts and make sure you're sharp around the greens. Last year's winner here, Brendan Todd. He was almost dead last in driving distance, but he had a great week hitting the greens. He was T4 in greens and regulation, and he had a good week with the putter as well. And look, this is a course where veteran players tend to come out and do really well. Pat Perez, Matt Kuchar, Graham McDowell. These guys have all won here. Late career wins for all these guys, a lot of them in their 40s when they won. So that is the type of course we're getting this week. It's easy. All you need is placement off the tee. You don't really have a huge advantage, probably no advantage at all with driving distance this week. You just need to place it and do real good with those scoring clubs. Top players here. Who's here? Justin Thomas is here. He's coming off a T4 at the Masters. It's his best finish ever at Augusta, so he's coming in with confidence. And look, Justin Thomas, he's probably not just here to take a little Mexican vacation. This is a player who's won in the fall before. He's actually won in Malaysia at the event I was talking about before, the CIMB Classic on paspalum greens. So it's something to think about. Justin Thomas could certainly come in here and just light up a soft course for 2,500 and just take home a late season win. I don't think he's coming here just for a vacation. You got Harris English here too. Harris English going off around plus 1,600 right now in the betting odds. It's probably a little too short for me. This is a player who, he has had an amazing 2020, a great comeback for Harris English. Closed with the 62 at the RSM Classic. He's definitely looking for a win. And look, Harris English has won this event before too. So he's got a lot of things going for him this week. And then you got Brooks Koepka here as well. Look, Brooks has played really well at the Masters, quite frankly. This is going to be his fourth start since coming off the injury. I think Brooks is mainly just looking for some competitive practice to get him going into 2021. This isn't necessarily the type of course you'd look to take Brooks Koepka at, especially at shorter odds, but he could definitely get hot with the putter here, so I wouldn't put anything past him. Of those top players, I might think about Harris English the most, but I think realistically, I'd rather target players a little bit down in the betting columns. Of those top three, definitely Justin Thomas deserves to be the favorite. I'd be most scared of him. Like I said, just blasting the field this week and turning this into a bit of a preseason show for him. So let's get into guys that I do like betting this week. I'm going to start off with Abraham Ancer at around plus 2,200 or 22 to 1 in the betting odds. I just like this player, first of all. He's had a great season. He's got 2 runner-up finishes. And he's coming off a really, really solid Masters. He was in the top 5 going into Sunday. Now, look, he fell back a bit there, but still finished T13. His best finish ever in a major, best finish ever at Augusta. First time playing the event. He should have a lot of confidence here. This is a player who's overdue for a win. I love the way his game sets up here. He's been really sharp with the putter and the short game. And look, he was second in greens in regulation at Augusta to Dustin Johnson, so he's striking the ball well there. I like paying up for Abraham Ancer here. You also have the Mexican descent angle, obviously. He's done well at this course, too. He's got 2 top 10s at this event. So Abraham Ancer going to be one of my top targets. Then we'll go down to Marc Leishman. Marc Leishman has had a tough fall. He's played really terrible, but he did seem to turn things around at Augusta. He was up there in greens in regulation, too. He finished T13, had a really good final Sunday. And this is a player at plus 4,000 in the outright betting odds. In this type of field, you just don't see that type of price with Marc Leishman in these weaker fields. He's also won in Malaysia. He's done well over on these softer type of courses as well. If he gets the putter going, Marc Leishman is definitely the type of player who can win a birdie fest. So I think at plus 4,000 for the quality player you're getting, yeah, it's a little risky because we're not quite sure if his game is all the way back, but he sure looked good at Augusta. I think this price is just too good not to take advantage of here. I'm going to go with Alex Noren as a pick too, plus 6,000 or better. You might even be able to find him at better odds than that, but this is another veteran type of player. Look, Graham McDowell, Matt Kuchar, Alex Noren is getting up there. He's in his late 30s, but this is the type of player who has sprung at this event. I mean, a veteran type of player. He's not great off the tee, sprays it. He's not long off the tee, but he doesn't have to be this week. He's just got to be good with his short irons and short game and putter, and that's what Alex Noren does well. He's got 2 top 20s in majors on the 2 majors that he played. He's coming off a really good week at the RSM Classic too. He actually hit the ball quite well there. Had a good week ball striking. I like that. I like Alex Noren at this price. I just like him as a player, but I think for this course and the way he's playing, I think this sets up as a real opportunity for him, so I like that price. And we'll close off here with a long shot bet. Look, Wes Bryant at plus 17.5. It's just too big, 175 to 1. This is a player we were betting at Bermuda, or I was betting at Bermuda at 50 to 1 a couple weeks ago, and nothing's really changed. Yeah, he missed the cut at Bermuda, but a lot of players missed the cut at Bermuda because of the wind there. It kind of just threw wrenches into people's plans, and look, Wes was hitting it really well. He's been gaining in strokes gained approach like every single event, multiple strokes. This is a perfect type of setup for a guy who, again, he's not long off the tee. He doesn't have any advantage off the tee, but that doesn't matter this week. He's just a good short game player who can get really hot with the putter. I think this course sets up perfectly for a guy like Wes Bryant. And at plus 17.5, like I said, or 175 to 1, those odds are just way too big. I'm going to take him on the each-way market this week. So a couple other guys I was looking at. Camilo Villegas, I could kind of get behind at really big odds too, like 125, 150 to 1. He's been hitting it well. Joel Dahman at 66 or 60 to 1. I think around there. I think that's a fair price for him. He was T6 here last year. I think in this type of field, Joel Dahman at that price is fine. But those are the top 4 that I was looking at. So we got Ancer, Leishman, Noren, and Wes Bryant kind of as my 4 main picks. And, Villegas and Damon, a couple other guys you might want to look at. But that's pretty much it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this last betting preview of 2020. Again, we'll be doing these videos all of 2021. PGA every week there, starting in Hawaii next year. So hopefully you tune in for those. Make sure you smash that like button for me on the way out. That would be great. Subscribe to the Line Movement YouTube channel. And if you're looking for more info, just click on one of those videos that are going to pop up on your screen now. Either way, though, have a great Mayakoba Classic, guys. I'm Geoff Ulrich. I'll talk to you again soon.